Vanishing Summer, Accident, Abduction, or Murder? Abduction, Part 2 of 3. As we consider the idea that she was abducted, we need to figure out who and why. Of course, the parents would be the first consideration. They had kindergarten coming up and CPS to worry about, so they could have taken her to hide with other people. And Grandma may have intervened and taken the baby out of the house and had her placed with someone else. And a neighbor, a stranger, or other enemy could have had some revenge planned or planned to use her for trafficking or even for some nefarious revenge. First off, we consider the parents. Why? Well, school would be starting soon and CPS would be on them, and there was no telling what kind of problems they would find when she started school. Or they could have traded her for money or drugs. The reason why not, there was nowhere to hide her, and just about everybody they knew was disloyal to them. Even their family would turn on them, and it's just easier to fake an accident. Grandma Candus is another big example of someone that might want to take her out of the household and hide her away. There again, she'd be afraid if CPS would take the baby. She was afraid of Don, and she may need to replace Rose. But she had nowhere to hide Summer, and she was older. She couldn't handle her, and we're not sure that she would even have any accomplices. So that's a big question mark. A neighbor, there are several neighbors they're talking about. There would be a possibility their perch where they would be private. Nobody could intervene. They could see when they got home that day. They might object to her being neglected. They wouldn't need an accomplice or a cell phone because they're right there in the neighborhood. Someone might go willingly with them, and they could also pre-plan an escape route, wouldn't have to hide in the woods. A stranger from the woods is probably the least likely possibility. He would need a perch in the woods, which the police would have found later with maybe drink cups or cigarettes. He would have to wait and wait and wait. There was an unusual routine that day. There were bugs, bears, snakes, and thorns he would have to deal with. He would need an escape route. He may not be familiar with it. He would have to avoid 5 people, 8 dogs. Also, he would need getaway transportation, and this just seems like the least likely possibility. The abductor knew the best place and time to strike within a few minutes. He had planned an escape. He knew the dogs wouldn't bite, and he knew that Summer wouldn't scream. And finally, how? The abductor took Summer from this basement door while her mother was in the white camper and down to the road through the dog trail in a matter of minutes. And just like that, summer was gone. Summer Moon Utah Wells, age 5, blonde hair, blue eyes, 3 foot 40 pounds, was last seen in Rogersville, Tennessee. If you have any information, please contact the TBI. Thank you. Coming up, part 3 of Vanishing Summer. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, and God bless.